Ladies and gentlemen, you're all extremely welcome to tonight's meeting, and I've no doubt that you'll enjoy it. And of course, it falls to me to welcome our guest speaker tonight, who is Daniel Horowitz, all the way from Tel Aviv area, and the sunny Tel Aviv. I should think it was about 30 degrees centigrade there today. So we're all very envious of you because of that. But however, Daniel is an expert in genealogy, a manager with MyHeritage. He's fluent in Spanish and English and Hebrew, and he is also what my age group would call a computer whiz kid. So I've no doubt that he has a wealth of information that he will impart to us. So I think without further ado, we'll hand over to Daniel. You're very welcome, and shalom.
Shalom, and thank you very much, John, for that introduction. Let me do something here. Okay, just to confirm that you're all seeing my screen.
Yes, you're showing
Okay.
perfectly.
Yeah. Okay, excellent. So yeah, thank you very much for the invitation. It's really a pleasure for me to be here. And I'm going to just leave the introduction as you mentioned it, probably only to say that I am dedicated to genealogy since 1986. So I don't know, the kid part on that whiz kid is not that kid anymore, not so young. And I am working for MyHeritage since 2006. The company was founded in 2005, came to the light in 2005, was founded in 2003. So the company is also not that young. But I can tell you that I'm really proud and happy to be able to be from one of the first people involved in the company, especially a company that is always looking to give you the tools to connect your past, your present, and your future in every feature and in every product that we develop. MyHeritage started actually as a platform to build family trees, and we have 79 million of those in our platform. We also later on included historical records, and we have today 13.3 billion of those. And lately, and starting in 2016, at the end of the 16, we started to deal with DNA kits. We have 4.8 million DNA kits that are all getting matches among themselves, and we also classify them into different genetic groups. We have more than 2,100 genetic groups. Now, one also very important point here is that MyHeritage supports and it's available in 42 languages, meaning that people from all over the world are using MyHeritage to research their families. And this is definitely one of the things that makes us different from other companies, the global strength that we have. We also have some superior technology, and I will talk about it today. We try to be as friendly and approachable. And if we're not doing a good job, please let us know. And we also have some exclusive databases thanks to agreements that we do with local archive and libraries, both digitizing and transcribing those records ourselves. Now, what will MyHeritage offers you? Well, to start with, a free website or software that you can use, and this will be basic features, meaning that you can have a family tree up to 250 individuals over there, and you will get also the technology of the matches, smart matches, record matches, DNA matches, people discovery and photo discovery, and all this is what I am going to show you today. And I do know that you are all very experienced genealogists, but I want to start from the very beginning. And this is what you will see if you are not registered with MyHeritage and you go to myheritage.com. And in here, we're going to ask you to register to MyHeritage with your personal information, but at the same time, we're going to build a family tree for you. Now, this is very good for the newbies, of course, because some people have no idea how to start their family tree. So MyHeritage will guide them, and I will show you how in a second. But before that, for all of you expert genealogists that already have a family tree someplace else, well, you don't need to restart your genealogy from scratch when coming to MyHeritage. You can simply import a GEDCOM from any other place, wherever you have it, into MyHeritage. Now, give me just 1 second because I want to show you the process for the new people coming in. 1 second, I have something in my screen here. And MyHeritage will guide the people step by step on the information that we're requesting from everybody. In this case, we already did the person and the parents. Now we're asking the grandparents, in this case, the maternal side. An important point to show here is that the person is alive or deceased. And the reason for that is because this is what is going to give the privatization rule on MyHeritage. Whenever you have a family tree, all the living individuals are going to be privatized. Death individuals are going to be shown to other people. Then you go to the next one, which is your paternal side, of course. And it doesn't matter, again, if you don't know all the information, just by knowing first names, last names, and a couple of dates and countries, that should be enough for the technology to start working. And this, what we have up till now, is what we'd like to call the magic 7. Yourself, 2 parents, and 4 grandparents. And based on that magic 7, MyHeritage will go automatically and will try to find the match in our system. So hopefully, this is the next screen that those persons are going to see. Here, you will notice that MyHeritage did the research, found some of your relatives, and not only one person, but if this person is really the person that we think it is, then it means that you can actually copy or extract the information for up to 50 individuals. So let's say yes for a second, and you will be able to see the information of those 50 people, their names, their dates, their places, even images if you have, or the other website has images for that. Now, where is all this coming from? This is coming from other family trees that we have in MyHeritage. So you need to be very careful because nobody's playing here Big Brother. That information may or may not be accurate. So it's up to you to decide if you want to add all these people to the tree and later going one by one and evaluating the information that you got over there. So this instant discoveries technologies, what we call it, is based on existing technologies, the smart matches and record matches, which I will talk about in just a few more minutes. And again, it allows you, especially if you're a newbie, to bring entire branches to your family tree. And as a responsible genealogist, you have over there the caution notice over there that you should always go and check the source of this information. Now, if you already have a family tree on MyHeritage, you will keep getting those instant discoveries. This is how we show them in the family tree. As I said, they're based on smart matches, meaning a match that you already have in your family tree, a person that you have in your family tree. And we're telling you here the amount of relative that you will be able to get with this discovery. Now, again, I do know that I am addressing a group of already expert genealogists doing this for many, many years. And I know that some of you will say, well, there's nothing out there that MyHeritage can bring me because I have everybody in my family tree. And that could be right. But if you go under the discoveries and you go into the instant discoveries, you will see this screen. And here you will notice that we not only give you person discoveries, which is what I just showed you, we will give you also photo discoveries. And I don't know if you notice it lately, but MyHeritage puts a big emphasis on photos and images. We want people to enjoy the beauty of images and the beauty of the faces of their families. So even if you don't find or you don't have any person discoveries or you don't care for the person discoveries that MyHeritage has for you, MyHeritage still can give you photo discoveries. And this is no other thing that images for the individuals that you have already in your family tree that don't have an image yet. So you will be able to see the other person's name and who this image is coming from. In this case, you have Yael from Israel, or Sabrine from France, or Arie, who is coming from Venezuela. And you will be able also to see more information. But let's be honest, you may not be interested in everybody that we are giving you here. So all what you need to do is to uncheck this corner mark that you have over there. And instead of 10 photos, you will be adding only 9 photos. Now, we, of course, if you say that you are not interested in, we will not bother you with that person anymore. The other thing you can do here is you can view the original photo. And if the person did their homework as they should, you're gaining not only a personal photo for an individual that you are missing, but you maybe see other faces of other people, and you can ask questions and you can communicate with the other person and gain a whole history of a family member that you may not know about. Now, I already mentioned the smart matches technology. So what is this? Very simple, is common individuals that we found in your tree, but also in other trees that are already in MyHeritage. Now, just because MyHeritage finds another Daniel Horowitz, it doesn't mean it's me. It needs to match more than the names, also dates, places, other facts, and even relationships, because there is only one Daniel Horowitz in the world that is married to and is the son of or has such and such as kids. So all that will allow us to be accurate on the matches that we present you. Now, the benefit is that this is a family tree that somebody else is actually dealing with. So you can contact that person, and that person may be a relative you never knew existed. You can learn more from the other person's family tree. You can take advantage of photos and other individuals. You can extract information directly. And again, because this is based in other people's family trees, you should use caution and make sure before you run and you accept the match and you extract the information that this is a proper source and the person that has it in the family tree know exactly what he's talking about. A green icon on the card of the person will be shown in the family tree. Also on the upper left corner, you will see the number of new matches that you may have, and you should be able to click on any of those to get to the matches page. This is actually in the discovery menu as well. And here we offer you two ways to look at your matches. You can see your matches by people, or you can see your matches by source. My preference is to look at smart matches by people. The reason for that is because I think it's easier to go into one person to see what you can learn from the other family trees, extract the information, and then decide if you need to accept and extract or just accept and move on to other individuals. So I come here into matches by people, I select smart matches, I select either pending or new, or if I want to review the already accepted or rejected matches, I can change this pending for confirm or rejected. But let's go into one of my individuals, Simon Steiner. In this case, you will see that in the left side, I have the information from my family tree, what I know about Simon. In the right side, I have information coming from other family trees like Laura's trees or Toby's trees. I can, of course, go over it and contact that person without any problem and ask them about the information that they have. I will also notice that I am gaining information that I don't have, not only the photo, of course, but also the birthday, the father, the mother, and the siblings. So normally I will choose to evaluate first the matches from the top. Now, before I move forward from here, let me show you in the upper right corner this X, and the X marks the spot, right? So here is actually where you are able to say that you don't care about this match and you want to either reject or ignore this match. In the more actions, we will allow you to accept all those matches in one click. So if you don't want to extract the information and just go over the matches, you can go there in more actions and just actually accept it. Now let's go into review match because there is way more that you can see here before even accepting the match. So we have expanded here the left and the right side, and we show you one by one the different facts that you have and the one that you can extract. And on the side, you will be able to see if this is new information or different information, and if this is really the person that we say it is. Also on the top, you will be able to always to have contact with Laura and understand more. If you go down this page, you will see other relatives, and this will also verify if this is your individual, depending on the parents or the spouse, and you can see who else you are missing. And at the very bottom of this page, you have a comparison between your tree and the other tree, at least on the family group that the individual is associated with. So now it's the time to either confirm the match, and probably you will find very true all what we're saying, but just in case, down here you have an option to reject this match in case if we're talking about John Smith born in 1900s, probably we may do a few mistakes over there because of the amount of people that may share the same information. Now, once you have accepted the match, you have the option to extract the information, and this is done very easily on the same two side panels. Now you have arrows in the middle, and just by clicking those arrows, the information is going to be extracted and copied into your tree. Of course, always with a source citation. Now, the source citation in your case is the other person's family tree. The other person may have found this in books, census, newspapers, or other type of records, but your source is the other person's tree, and you need to go back to that in order to find what the other person actually used. Once you have explored all the options of this page, remember you need to click the orange button at the bottom to save the information right there. So why smart matches are so helpful? Well, besides the powerful technology behind this and making sure that the matches are, I would say 95, 98% accurate, we have a huge amount of data. We're talking about almost 4.5 billion names coming from those 79 million trees. But more important than that, we have pictures, and you can actually see if this is your relatives or not. Now, remember that MyHeritage supports 42 languages. So it means it doesn't matter where in the world your family is or your relative is, you will be able to get matches with the other person. And of course, you will be able to communicate and collaborate with the other person. Now, how do you receive those smart matches? Well, either you build a tree online, as I show you at the beginning, you upload a JetCom, or you can also use the free software Family Tree Builder. It's both for Mac and Windows, and you can sync the software in your computer with the website and have all the information up there. You will receive those smart matches in real time, at least for the family group that you're working on. Every time you modified relevant information, names and dates, we will rerun the smart matches for that person in the close family. You will get smart matches for all your tree when you upload a JetCom or when you sync with the software. And you're continuously also receiving more matches, because whenever new trees are coming into the system, your tree will always be already in the database, and we will be able to bring you new matches with those trees coming up. Now, I would love, and we would love for you to visit MyHeritage every time to find about new matches, but we want to make your life easy. So we send you a weekly email with the smart matches, or with a few of the smart matches that we have found for you. From here, you can just click learn more, and you can view the match, and you can agree and extract the information very easily. Now, what happened when you accept this match, or whenever somebody else accepts a match with your family tree? It also triggers another email alerting the other person that a match was confirmed. So you will know that somebody else accepted a match with your family tree. You will see the individuals involved in this match. You will be able to contact the other person or to review and also agree to this match. So it will be double confirmed. Now, the next technology I would like to point out is the record matches. And this is very similar to smart matches, but instead of comparing your tree with another tree, we compare it to records. And it could be any kind of records: birth, marriage, death, census, even newspapers or yearbooks, or anything that we have in our database. You don't need to do anything. It will work automatically, and it will show you in your tree and in other places. How it will show? Just with the brown icon in the card of the person that we found a match, or in the upper right corner, the second icon over there, that is the record match icon. Now, remember that you can find the matches by people or by source under the discovery menu. I like to see the record matches by source. The reason for that is because I find easier just to go into one collection, like for example, 1940 US Census, and deal with all the people that appeared in that collection. Okay, but it's up to you. You can use here the filters, and you can see all the matches the way you want it. Now, here, you will not see any name of any other person because the record is coming like from a record collection, a document. You still will be able to see on the left side the information coming from your tree. On the right side, the information from the record. You still have the X to ignore this person if you don't care for that person anymore, or see what else you are gaining. What is the new information that this record is bringing to you? You can, of course, go into review that record match in detail. You will see more information about the record itself and what was transcribed from the record, the different information, the different people involved. If the record has an image, you will be able to see the image, and you will be able to zoom in and download it to your computer if you like. And at the end of the day, the goal is for you to confirm the match. And same as with the smart matches, you will be able to browse the information extracted from the record, to copy it into your family tree very fast, just with a few clicks on the arrows. Now the source is the record, okay, because you are looking at and extracting information from the actual record. And you can do this again, not only for the main person, but for other people mentioned in the record. Just don't forget to click on save the record, save to tree at the end. Now, whenever you go back to review match, at the very bottom of it, you will notice that a new section has opened over there for you, and it's called the Record Detective. This technology, what it did is, based on the information from this record, and remember that this record may have more information than what you have in your family tree, it may have more people or more facts. The Record Detective went back into the search engine and brought you records and people who are in the database and that are related to that record, and of course to you. So this is where you can just click on the other record and see what new information you are gaining. The related people is no other thing that smart matches, people, individuals in another family tree that you can actually go and see the information and accept the match, and also click and extract the information. Of course, here we also will send you a weekly email with the record matches that we are finding for you. Now, I relay quite often in the record matches, but sometimes I feel the need also to search. And MyHeritage has a search engine, and it's quite easy actually. It has very few fields to identify what you are searching for. You could search by categories, or you can go and see the specific collection that we have, and you can search that collection as well. Of course, that you can add more details to your search for parents or spouse or other facts as well. But the important thing is that this search engine also support other languages. And the reason for that is because most of the genealogy is based on Latin characters languages. And I'm talking not only about English, but French, German, Polish. If you take all the accent characters and the umlauts, probably you will be able to read all those records. But if it will be Hebrew, Russian, Ukrainian, Greek, which is totally a different alphabet, you may not be able to understand, to speak, or to read those languages. So definitely you want to take advantage of those records if they are talking about your family. And MyHeritage gives you a way of doing that today. The way we do that is that we take every name that you use in the search engine and we translate that name into the different languages. More than that, not only into the different languages, but we also take into account different pronunciations, spelling mistakes, all kind of variations, as you can see in the English and the Spanish. Is actually the same person, but it's a different way to write them. And even if it's same Latin characters. So this global name translation is applied to every search when you don't take off this option. And what this means is that you can actually search in your language, and MyHeritage will find the records in any languages. In the image, you can see I did a search for Alexander Abramov in English. MyHeritage found it in Ukraine, in the Ukrainian Orthodox Church books. The only problem is that I don't understand Ukrainian. Well, no worries, because as you can see, the results were actually back translated. Next to the Ukrainian name, you can see an English transliteration of the name, and I can more or less detect which one of those is actually the one that I was looking for. In order to go in deep into the record and translate everything, I may need to use some help from other people, but at least I will be pointed to the right place. Now, this not only applies to the search engine, but also to the record matches. So remember those ones that I show you with the US censuses. Well, MyHeritage has a lot of information in different languages and different dictionaries. You will get also matches, as I'm showing you here, between my personal tree, which I keep in English, but MyHeritage found burials for those individuals in Israel, and of course, they are written in Hebrew. Now, before I move out from the search engine, I would like to point out a collection that we have called Search Connect. And this is a very clever technology that we're applying by making every search that you and the other millions of users have done in our system become also a searchable record. Imagine this, you go into the search engine, you put the name of your relative, and for whatever reason, MyHeritage has no results for you. I totally agree, it's very bad, but sometimes it actually happens. And sometime later, another person comes, another person puts again the same search, and let's say that we still don't have any records for that person, but at least we can point out that individual to you because you were the one first making that search. So that's definitely a success story if we manage to put both of you in contact. This is a collection that you can actually browse and see under family trees category. It's called Search Connect. It will allow you to see the people that search for similar last names or first names that you are looking yourself. And I'm not talking about John Smith. We have a gazillion of those, but this works in less common names. Moshe Cohen also, it's not a good example, and we don't save that search as well. The advantage of this is not only that you have the option to contact the other person that was searching for possibly your relative, but you can also learn when this person joined and when was the last time that he was active on MyHeritage. Because if it was a couple of years ago, well, chances are that the person will not be that fast answering your emails or your communication. So at least this will be a light at the end of the tunnel and hopefully a success story for you. Let me go now to the DNA part, because since 2016, we have thousands and thousands of people adding their DNAs to our database, either taking a DNA test with MyHeritage or uploading their DNAs from other companies into MyHeritage. And they are all getting both ethnicities, estimations, and they're being classified in those genetic groups, but also DNA matches. If you ask me, I did my DNA test just because of the matches. Now, as I said, you can take a DNA test from MyHeritage, or if you have taken a DNA test from any of these companies, you should be able to download your digital results and upload it to MyHeritage to get exactly the same feature than a MyHeritage tester. Those are the ethnicity estimates with the genetic groups and the DNA matches. And you will see this under the DNA menu on MyHeritage in the overview page. And then, of course, you can drill down and look for more information, both about your matches, where they are located, what ethnicity regions you're sharing with them. And then, of course, you can go and drill down and view the full ethnicity estimations with the genetic groups, or you can see the DNA matches, where we're going to present you with information about the match. You can filter and you can sort if they have a theory of family relativity, which is no other thing than a path between you and your DNA match based on trees and records. By the way, this is why you must have a family tree together with your DNA sample. That both combined will be a very powerful tool for you to understand how you are related to these people. If you have smart matches, chances are that the match or the DNA match is coming from that branch. If you share the name or a place, chances are you are sharing that DNA match with that branch. You can also see it by relationship, by location, by ethnicities, and very, very soon also by genetic groups. Now, for every match, you can sort them by the amount of DNA, and the more DNA you have in common, the closer the relationship, or the most recent one, or the largest segment. It's up to you. You can also search for a specific name or a specific individual that you have in your matches list. You will notice in that for every match, we will tell you the estimate relationship, the amount of DNA that you are sharing with the person, and the details from this match that will help you understand better if it's really worth going into the review page. And yes, that's what I said. And go into the review DNA match and go more in deep into the match and understand better. One more thing here is that you can always contact either the person that donated or that gave their DNA, or the admin, who is the person who is been taking care both of the trees probably and for sure from the DNA. Before I go and I answer all your questions, just for you to know that MyHeritage has a mobile app as well, that besides giving you the option to take your genealogy wherever you go, we have some features in the mobile app that are very unique. Of course, it will synchronize both with the website and the software, but the way I use it is to take pictures of documents or individuals that I'm missing in my family tree, or to interview people and to be able to record audio, both on the profile of a person or attach it to a photo that I have uploaded to MyHeritage. So I will have the whole history right there all together. Another unique feature is the timeline, which is what you are seeing here, and we will create that timeline for any individual in your family tree. And just one word about this software that I mentioned before, Family Tree Builder. It's totally free, supports 40 languages, so it's probably the most used genealogy software all over the world. You can use it for free with no problem, but it has some premium features as well, and you will need to have a complete account or a paying account on MyHeritage. But why not? You can download for free and try it and test it both for Mac and for Windows computers, and give it a try and see if you like it. So as you can see, I like to say that MyHeritage is changing the way people are doing genealogy with all these tools that we give you to grow your family tree, to improve the information, and to find more individuals and more facts to put over there. Now, again, before I go to the question, just a few announcements or reminders. First, the knowledge base that MyHeritage offers you totally free and without even registration. In here under education.myheritage.com, you will find articles to read, webinars to watch, how-to videos if you want step-by-step instructions on how to do something, or even downloadable material that will help you both being a better genealogist and a better MyHeritage user. Another option you have is to watch webinars, and you can do that with our company, bot company, Legacy Family Tree Webinars. In there, you will find a lot of MyHeritage webinars, but also other webinars as well that will improve your areas of research without any problem. Finally, an invitation to join me every Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's New York time. That's 8 p.m. Israel time. I think it's 6 p.m. Ireland, if I'm not mistaken, to a 30-minute session that I dedicate to a very specific subject, and then to open the microphones and allow you and everybody else to ask your questions live and to get your answers. So in just one more second, I'm going to put all these URLs in the chat, so you will have it there easier for you to grab and to register. And just thank you all for your attention, for being here and your invitation. And if you have questions, I will be more than happy to answer them.